Hello everybody, this is Sofa and today we're gonna have another awesome unpack video. I would like to apologize first of all to you all that I was not posting any videos in the last month. I had a lot of things to do and I was kind of busy with other stuff and other projects and like that. Now, today's unpack video will be pretty interesting because the most important aspect of collecting is knowledge. And knowledge you can gain first through good friends with who you're collecting, collectors in general, so people who already sort of longer on hobby. And the third, of course, is books. We can also rely a lot on forums and the internet, but books are also very crucial part of the collection. Now, since I'm a person who is uh, I have a very bright variety of items I collect. So it's basically from American stuff to German, so from First World War, Second World War, and up all the way up to Soviet Militaria in general. But in the last several months, maybe years, I swifted myself over to documents, photographs, and Soviet awards. And today we're gonna have a very interesting video because I finally got a copy of a book. Well, actually, there are several books from Andrew Reznik. He's from Ukraine and he is an author. He released, I think, one of the most greatest books in English about Soviet awards and also about some other interesting things about the German Waffen SS and so on. So, before opening up the package, I would kindly ask any viewer who's very sensible towards symbols of the Third Reich or Soviet Union, please click away. Don't waste my time, don't waste your time, don't get offended, and so on. I need to say that because it's very important that the audience I'm actually talking to is the collectors, and I condemn any regime. So, calling me a Nazi or a communist, it's kind of weird, and it would be very stupid to do so, because I'm a person who loves history. I have a very mixed background as well, so if you're offended by a swastika or you're offended by a hammer and sickle, just go away. That would be much easier. Now, for the rest of you all, I hope you will enjoy it, and let's start. Now, first of all, I would like to show the box itself. It's kind of big, heavy. Mr. Reznik did a great job because I was talking to him previously, and I just seen the book, so he also signed me that book. Of course, I will not show the signature of several reasons. No, let's just open it up. So. Okay, here we go. It's quite a large box. And we got the nice stuff here. Very nicely packed. Thank you, Andrew. Let's take this away and unfold the books. I'm gonna start this way. And here we go. Here we have the books itself. Now, one book is from Sasha Weber. He's very famous for, he has, I think, several books about the shields, the arm shields of the German army, Air Force, and so on. This is a pretty interesting piece, so I finally got a copy of it because I have quite several winter battle, winter war medals in my collection. There's another one. This is actually from Mr. Reznik, and he actually got me a copy of that. So basically, this one is the first Ukrainian version, signed it, and it deals with the head skulls of the Waffen SS, all the variations, all the markings on it, fakes, and so on. And that was in Ukrainian. So this is Mr. Reznik itself. I will also post a link to his Facebook, because he gave me the permission to do so. So if you have any questions or anything like this, feel free to reach out to him, get a copy of the book, and yeah, just enjoy it. Okay, here is the hardcover book. The quality itself is very good, amazingly good. I mean, like, he done a great job, and I think it's worth for all people who collect SS stuff and stuff like that. I'm not so much into that, because I'm mostly into Soviet Militaria. As I mentioned before, I have some German stuff, but not quite as this kind of stuff. So, but it's also very good literature just to go through and have a basic knowledge. So it's a very good book here. And here is, I just put the books up there. And here we have the masterpiece itself. Amazing book. If you're familiar with Soviet awards, I think this should be the start for yourself. So you would need to get, there's the signature. You would need to get a copy of it. And no, Mr. Reznik did not pay me anything to tell that to you guys. So this is my personal opinion. After reviewing or having several reviews on his books, I understand that he is passionate about what he's doing. There is a little autobiography of himself. Of course, Order of the Victory, one of the highest awards in the Soviet Union. And here we go. The Soviet awards, several variations. So this book is actually covering a lot of interesting details, which are very useful for our new collectors, newbies or greenhorns. And it's amazing. I mean, like, the photographs, the paper is great. The information itself seems very good. There are also a lot of variations, how they look like, and so on. So it's a great book for collectors, and even those guys who already collect and have a base or a good knowledge. I think it's also a great piece addition to the book collection. And as far as I know, I couldn't find any reasonable book in English with all the information which is required. Of course, it will probably not cover everything, but it covers most of the stuff which is important for us as collectors to take care of when starting to collect, so, or watching out. So the variations of the Great Patriotic War, amazing. The Red Star, the Order of the Red Star, the famous one. There's a lot of friends of mine who collect that. So there's a little close-up for you guys. It's very interesting. That's actually a very unique piece here. And yeah, he did all the variation, the types. Pretty amazing job. Amazing. Here we go with the red stars. That's pretty good. Well, very nice. Order of Glory. So basically, if we go through, Mr. Reznik covered everything in it, even the civilian awards. So it's basically from military to civilian awards, even the basic ones. the Medal for Veteran of Labor. I mean, like, this is also something unique because there are so many variations of this medal, and he even covered that. That's amazing. Great job. Great job. Here we go. So just gonna go quickly through all of them. The famous Belgrade medal. Here we go. Berlin medal. The illustrations are pretty amazing as well. So got here to Sevastopol. He also put in the prices in, and again, this kind of booklets, I mean, like, or books, if it's a prize in it for awards, please note, and I think the author was also writing this down, that these prices are not 100% set. So basically, if a book says it's 200, you might have the option to buy it for 100, even less, depends on where you buy it, by who you buy it, and so on. So, but this gives you a rough overview of the pricings of all awards. Amazing job, and I think Mr. Reznik deserves a place were in the collectors community for having such unique book, and especially here in Ukraine, releasing such a masterpiece, in my opinion, masterpiece, because it's really covering everything, or almost everything, and yeah, he deserves a lot of respect. Here we go. That's very interesting, even with the numbers. Oh man, amazing job. The serial numbers, he covers all the serial numbers. See, so we have the order of Bogdan Khmelnytsky, first degree from 1943 till 1956. There's number 1 up till, what is it, 4,605. Nice. So yeah, amazing. What else do we have? Ushakov, Red Star. That's very interesting. So we have the timeline. So between 36 and 43, numbers 814,000 up till, that's amazing. Oh, or 814, yeah, 814. Amazing. Great job. What can I say? The list where he got his sources from, I would say very impressive. And for the amount he's selling it, I think it's a good investment, and we need to consider another important fact, that this kind of book, if it would be released somewhere in the West, it would cost way more than Mr. Reznik is asking for. So I hope you liked the video. I mean, like, I will put in a link, as mentioned before, to Mr. Andrew Reznik. Here, a little overview of his books. Quite impressive work. Well, that's Mr. Weber's book, and Reznik's Ukrainian version of it. So, and again, please do not feel offended by historical items and symbols. Of course, if somebody's glorifying, that's bad, but we do not glorify. We are historians. We try to dig into the history and preserve it. Some people preserve it for some nations. I, for example, prefer the history of Soviet awards. This is my main thing. And well, that's kind of it. So I will do some other reviews on other books I received from friends of mine and the authors themselves. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave some comments if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help you out with the knowledge I have and pass it on to you guys. So I wish you all a nice weekend ahead. Thank you all, and enjoy. Bye bye.